Our grandmothers mastered the art of frugal living, blending nutrition and budgeting with unmatched skill. Their wisdom, passed down through generations, remains incredibly relevant today. Let's uncover the secrets to eating healthily on a budget, just as Grandma did. Tip 1. Moonlit gardening for enhanced growth. Grandma's garden was not just a plot of land. It was a carefully timed operation aligned with the lunar cycle. Planting by the moon's phases, she believed, influenced plant growth, tapping into ancient wisdom that suggested crops are more bountiful when sown during specific lunar periods. This practice, shrouded in folklore yet supported by anecdotes of astonishing harvests, combines the mystique of moon lore with practical gardening, ensuring that every seed planted has the best chance for success. Tip 2. Capturing wild yeast for unique flavors. In a world before commercial yeast packets, Grandma captured wild yeast from the air, creating a sourdough starter that was a living testament to her environment. Each batch of bread was not only a lesson in patience and care, but also a unique flavor profile directly influenced by her home's natural yeast strains. This method not only saved money on baking supplies, but also introduced a level of customization and locality to her bread that can't be bought in a store. Tip 3. The culinary and nutritional benefits of edible flowers. Grandma's garden was a riot of colors, not all of which were relegated to the realm of beauty alone. Edible flowers like nasturtiums, pansies, and violets were staples in her kitchen, used to add vibrant colors and a range of flavors to salads, soups, and desserts. These flowers, often overlooked today, are packed with vitamins and antioxidants, showcasing Grandma's knack for turning the ordinary into the extraordinary. Tip 4. The original zero waste chef. Dumpster diving adventures. Long before the zero waste movement gained momentum, Grandma was the original eco-warrior, albeit in a way that might raise eyebrows today. Her late-night ventures into the back alleys of grocery stores, rescuing produce and baked goods that were still perfectly good to eat, were her way of protesting against a wasteful society. This practice, while not for the faint of heart, highlighted her commitment to using every possible resource, challenging us to reconsider our own food waste habits. Tip 5. Embracing insect protein ahead of its time. Before the concept of sustainability made its way into the mainstream conversation about diet, Grandma was experimenting with insect protein. Rich in nutrients and requiring far less land and water to produce than traditional livestock, insects like crickets and grasshoppers were occasionally featured in her dishes, offering a glimpse into a future where alternative protein sources could play a crucial role in feeding the planet. Tip 6. A living pharmacy. The healing power of herbs. Grandma's garden served dual purposes, providing food and acting as a natural pharmacy. Herbs like mint for digestion, rosemary for circulation, and sage for sore throats were just a few examples of how she harnessed the power of plants for both their culinary and medicinal property. This practice, blending the lines between kitchen and medicine cabinet, emphasizes a holistic approach to health that's both cost-effective and empowering. Tip 7. The fermentation station. Cultivating probiotics at home. Long before probiotics became a wellness trend, Grandma was a master fermenter, transforming cabbage into sauerkraut and milk into sauerkraut and milk into kefir. These fermented foods teeming with beneficial bacteria were her way of keeping the family gut healthy and strong. The process of fermentation, a testament to her patience and foresight, illustrates how time-honored methods of food preservation can also be a cornerstone of nutritional wisdom. Tip 8. Homemade vinegar from scraps, the ultimate recycling hack. We'll get to that in a second. I have a favor to ask of you. If you like this video so far, please subscribe to the channel. In Grandma's kitchen, nothing went to waste. Leftover bones, fruit peels, and vegetable scraps found a second life as the base for homemade vinegar. This practice, an ingenious form of recycling, not only provided her with a kitchen staple for free, but also embodied her ethos of making the most out of everything, teaching us a valuable lesson in sustainability and self-sufficiency. Tip 9. Cooking with rainwater, the purest ingredient. Grandma collected rainwater, using it for cooking and brewing herbal teas. She touted it as the purest form of water, free from the chemicals and treatments found in the municipal supply. This practice, deeply rooted in an understanding of natural resources, served a dual purpose: conserving water and ensuring that her dishes were prepared with the cleanest possible ingredients. Tip 10. The adventure of food foraging. For Grandma, a walk in the woods was never just a stroll. It was an opportunity to forage for wild edibles. Armed with knowledge passed down through generations, she could identify an array of berries, nuts, and greens, turning each foraging trip into a treasure hunt that supplemented her pantry with the freshest, most organic food available, completely free of charge. Tip 11. The unexpected beauty hack: potato water for hair. Grandma's resourcefulness extended beyond the kitchen. The starchy water left from boiling potatoes was repurposed as a hair rinse, believed to add shine and volume to her locks. This quirky beauty ritual exemplifies her approach to life. Where others saw waste, she saw opportunity, turning everyday leftovers into a natural, cost-free beauty treatment. Tip 12. Utilizing candle ends for cooking, an unlikely grease. In an era when nothing was trivial, even the stubs of candles found a second life in Grandma's kitchen. Melted down, they served as a greasing agent for pans, ensuring that not even the smallest bit of wax went to waste. This practice, while unconventional, underscores her commitment to a waste-free existence, challenging us to think creatively about reuse and recycling in our own lives. Tip 13. Crafting nutritious stocks from fish heads and bones. The modern trend of bone broth would have been familiar to Grandma, who regularly used fish heads and bones to create rich, nutritious stocks. This method of extracting every bit of flavor and nutrient from what would otherwise be discarded is a testament to her ingenuity and respect for the food she prepared, teaching us that luxury can often be found in the most humble of ingredients. Tip 14. The urban forager: harvesting the city's bounty. Even in the urban jungle, Grandma knew where to find nature's gifts. From nut trees in public parks to wild berries growing along city trails, she mapped out the edible landscape of her city, proving that one need not live in the countryside to reap the benefits of nature's bounty. This practice, blending urban living with rural wisdom, invites us to explore our own environments with fresh eyes, recognizing the abundance that surrounds us. Tip 15. Coffee grounds as garden gold. After brewing her morning coffee, Grandma would scatter the used grounds around her plants, enriching the soil with nitrogen and deterring pests. This simple act of recycling coffee waste into a valuable garden resource illustrates her holistic approach to household management, where every byproduct is an opportunity to nourish and sustain. Tip 16. Crafting reusable tea bags from scraps. In her quest to minimize waste, Grandma fashioned reusable tea bags from leftover fabric scraps, filling them with loose tea leaves or dried herbs from her garden. This sustainable twist on the tea making ritual not only reduced the use of disposable tea bags, but also allowed her to customize her blends, creating a personalized tea experience that was both eco-friendly and economical. Tip 17. Turning fruit scraps into homemade alcohol. Grandma's kitchen was a place of alchemy, where leftover fruit peels and cores were transformed into homemade wines and spirits. This fermentation wizardry, turning what would be kitchen waste into a cherished commodity, showcases her resourcefulness and the joy she found in creating something valuable from the overlooked and discarded. Tip 18. The multi-purpose cloth diaper, from baby's bottom to cleaning rag. Long before the advent of disposable cleaning products, Grandma repurposed cloth diapers as ultra-absorbent rags for cleaning and dusting. This practice, emblematic of her make, do, and mend philosophy, not only saved money but also significantly reduced household waste, reminding us that sustainability is as much about clever repurposing as it is about reducing consumption. Tip 19. The ingenious car engine slow cooker. Perhaps one of Grandma's most inventive hacks was using the heat from her car engine to cook food while on the move. Wrapping a pot of beans or stew in foil and securing it to the engine, she could arrive at her destination with a hot meal ready to serve. This early form of meal prep, born out of necessity and ingenuity, challenges us to think outside the box when it comes to cooking and conservation. Tip 20. Transforming the lawn into a shareable feast. In her final stroke of genius, Grandma turned the concept of the lawn on its head, converting her grassy yard into a thriving vegetable garden. By sharing this space and the resulting harvest with neighbors, she not only maximized the productive potential of her land, but also fostered a sense of community and collective responsibility for food security, proving that sometimes the most revolutionary act is to plant a seed. Grandma's Guide to Frugal and Healthy Eating is more than a list of tips. It's a manifesto for a life lived with intention, creativity, and a deep respect for the natural world. As we embrace these lessons, we honor her legacy and carry forward the torch of sustainability, health, and ingenuity.